For decades, the concept of alien encounters has been largely confined to modern times. Blurry photographs, grainy videos, and alleged government cover-ups of UFO sightings. We think of flying saucers and Roswell. But what if beings from beyond Earth have been visiting us not just for decades, but for millennia? What if evidence of their presence, their technology, and their interactions with humanity is actually woven into the very fabric of our oldest histories, our sacred texts, and our most ancient artworks? Today on Cryptic Chronicles, we're journeying back in time. We're going to peel back the layers of myth and legend to explore the oldest alien encounters ever recorded, delving into bewildering ancient accounts that seem to describe advanced visitors, inexplicable sky phenomena, and beings that defy any earthly explanation. Prepare to question whether the truth of alien contact has been hidden in plain sight for thousands of years. First, how do we even begin to interpret an ancient alien encounter? We're not looking for spaceships and hieroglyphs, but rather consistent patterns in diverse, independent historical records. Descriptions of beings unlike any known creature, objects flying in ways impossible for the time, advanced knowledge imparted inexplicably, or events that defy natural explanation. These are not definitive proofs, but tantalizing suggestions, interpreted through a modern lens. Let's start in the cradle of civilization, ancient Sumeria and Mesopotamia. This region, dating back over 6,000 years, gave us the first written languages, complex cities, and stunning astronomical knowledge. The Sumerian texts, etched into clay tablets, speak of the Anunnaki, often translated as those who from the heavens came to earth. These beings are described as powerful, wise, and responsible for imparting advanced knowledge to early humanity, including agriculture, writing, and celestial understanding. Some interpretations suggest these gods were not divine beings, but highly advanced extraterrestrials. The texts describe their celestial boats and sky chariots, which could traverse the heavens. Even early Sumerian cylinder seals depict figures that appear to be wearing spacesuits or helmets, interacting with human-like beings, sometimes near star-like symbols. Could these be the very first recorded interactions with non-human intelligences? Moving to ancient Egypt, another powerhouse of early civilization and monumental engineering. The famous Thule papyrus, allegedly discovered by Professor Alberto Thule in 1933, describes fiery discs appearing in the sky during the reign of Pharaoh Thutmose III, around 1450 BC. The text, translated by some as describing circles of fire that were shining more than the sun and silent, caused a great stir and concern among the pharaoh's court before they ascended back into the sky. While the papyrus's authenticity is debated, it presents a compelling narrative. Furthermore, some hieroglyphs at the Temple of Seti I in Abydos appear to depict modern aircraft-like objects, a helicopter, a submarine, and even a futuristic jet. While mainstream Egyptologists attribute these to pareidolia or eroded hieroglyphs, ancient alien theorists ask, how could ancient Egyptians have conceptualized such machines unless they had seen something similar? Were these truly sightings or ancient visions of advanced technology? Biblical and other religious texts, too, offer accounts that have been reinterpreted through an alien lens. The Book of Ezekiel in the Old Testament, for example, describes a vivid and bewildering vision in which he sees a whirlwind coming out of the north, a great cloud with fire enfolding itself, and out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures. He details intricate wheels within wheels, full of eyes, that moved without turning, and appeared to carry a throne above them. Modern interpretations often equate this detailed description to a complex aerial vehicle, perhaps a highly advanced spacecraft rather than a divine chariot, leaving many to wonder if Ezekiel was witnessing a technological marvel beyond his comprehension. Similar chariots of fire appear in other biblical stories, whisking individuals away into the heavens. Across ancient Asia, particularly in India, we find accounts of vimanas, flying palaces or chariots described in ancient Sanskrit epics like the Mahabharata and Ramayana. These elaborate descriptions detail sophisticated aerial vehicles, sometimes with multiple decks, capable of flying in Earth's atmosphere and even into space. They were said to be powered by advanced propulsion systems, emit bright lights, and even carry devastating weapons. While clearly mythological, the level of technical detail in some of these ancient descriptions has led some to question if they were purely imaginative or if they derived from observations of technology far beyond the understanding of the time, passed down through generations.
In the ancient Americas, particularly South America, the mystery deepens. The Nazca lines in Peru, massive geoglyphs etched into the desert floor, depict animals, humans, and geometric shapes so large they can only be fully appreciated from the air. Their purpose remains debated, but some propose they were created as signals, or landing strips for aerial visitors. In African folklore, the Dogon tribe of Mali possess intricate astronomical knowledge, particularly of the Sirius star system, including details of Sirius B, a white dwarf star invisible to the naked eye and only discovered by modern astronomers with powerful telescopes in the 19th century. The Dogon claim this knowledge was given to them by beings from the Sirius system, the Namo, who descended from the sky. How could ancient tribes possess such precise astronomical data without advanced instruments? Even closer to our modern era, we find strange aerial phenomena recorded in medieval and early modern Europe. In 1561, the skies above Nuremberg, Germany, reportedly filled with a terrifying aerial battle, depicted in woodcut illustrations of strange spheres, cylinders, and crosses, fighting each other, before crashing to earth in a fiery display. Just a few years later, in 1566, similar unexplained aerial phenomena were reported over Basel, Switzerland. These were often interpreted as celestial omens or battles, but to a modern eye, they bear striking resemblance to mass UFO sightings. These accounts, preserved in contemporary documents, pose a profound challenge to our understanding of the history of aerial phenomena. Of course, for every intriguing account, skeptical explanations are readily available. Many ancient UFO sightings are attributed to misinterpretations of natural phenomena: comets, meteors, planetary alignments, ball lightning, or even unusual cloud formations. Religious or mythological texts often use symbolic language to describe divine encounters, which should not be taken literally as technological observations. Artistic depictions can be metaphorical or subject to pareidolia, where the human brain perceives familiar patterns in random shapes. The lack of concrete physical evidence, despite the vastness of human history, is the ultimate hurdle for these claims. Yet despite the rational debunking, the persistence and consistency of these narratives across diverse, geographically separated cultures over millennia remains a captivating enigma. They force us to ask, were these truly just imaginative interpretations of natural events? Or were our ancestors attempting to record something profoundly real, something that they simply had no words for?